Good morning, everybody. Again, we're joined by one of our partners for another session of APTV. Morning, Nick from Itesoft.
Morning, Jamie. Great to be here today.
Thank you very much for joining us. So we're spotlighting our partners who are supporting us at our annual conference this year, Nick. So do you want to tell our audience a little bit about yourself personally? And on top of that, obviously more info about Itesoft, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you said, Jamie, thank you for the introduction there. My name is Nick Dunnett, and I'm the Managing Director for Itesoft in the UK. I've been with the company for about 10 years now, working with us as we've grown through the UK and in our global growth as an organisation. So Itesoft itself is a French company. We're headquartered in a beautiful office in the south of France, just near Montpellier. There's a swimming pool in the grounds. It's all wonderful. It's our attempt to match up to Silicon Valley. And then here in the UK, not quite so glamorous, I'm afraid, but we're in Woking, down in Surrey, so very close to London, so great location in terms of access and ability to get everywhere. In terms of who we are at Itesoft ourselves, so Itesoft is a software company that provides applications to automate our customers' business processes in a way that's both smarter, faster, and safer. Smarter because we want to enable our customers to make the best possible use of AI and robotics, and that's where our technology comes into play. Faster because, as we've seen this year, businesses need to be adaptable and move with change all the time, whether that's expected and planned or unexpected, and need a solution that can support that in an easy way for them to do that quickly and rapidly. And then safer, ever more requirement for regulation, compliance within the organisation, in the world, and also companies are more and more at risk of potential fraud. So how can we enable our customers to work in a way that's safer for them? And those are the kind of key things as to what we're doing at Itesoft. Just a few facts about Itesoft. We've delivered in the time that we've been going now over 1,000 projects. So we've got vast experience of doing this and delivering successfully for our customers. Right now, our customers themselves are processing over 1 billion documents through our solutions every year. So we've got 4 million documents flying through our systems every day, which sort of is quite mind-blowing, really, in terms of what's happening out there. So that's brilliant. And then I guess final key fact from Itesoft's perspective is we really believe that everything we do is built on a backbone of innovation, and we invest heavily in our R&D department, putting around about 20% of our annual turnover year on year into that. And that's kind of borne out really for me in what we've been able to publish out of that. So our R&D team have been involved in over 100 scientific publications now, which is really fantastic, and really builds into what we do and enables us to deliver to our customers that really great technology that's at the absolute forefront of what's out there and what's available today.
Excellent, thanks, Nick. And you've been a big supporter of the APA for a number of years now, so obviously we thank you deeply for that. In terms of your unique selling point, what makes you different from the competition?
Sure. Well, I think it does all come down to those lovely 3 words: smarter, faster, and safer, which I like to repeat. But from a smarter perspective, it's about automation. Using AI, using robotics, using the cloud, we're able to offer a capture solution that can support capture of any type of document in the finance team. So whether it's still bits of paper coming through the post that someone's got to go to the office and find, whether it's email, whether it's EDI, whether it's some kind of portal process, all of those can be brought into a single place to be handled in a standardized way, which is what's necessary. And then using all of that knowledge and experience we've got in that R&D allows us to offer our customers a minimum of an 85% guarantee on their automation level. And in actual fact, the majority of our customers are now seeing over 90%, and with some pushing towards 94, 95% of automation. And obviously, the big benefit that cloud gives is that as we continue to invest in the product and continue to grow that capability, every one of our customers sees the benefit. And just to put, I guess, a little bit of that in perspective, if you are achieving 85% and we move you to 90%, we've actually reduced that manual effort by 1/3. So we're making big changes in the impact that it can have for our customers. Secondly, in terms of this adaptability and making it faster, the Itesoft portfolio of products are all built on a solution that's based around business process modeling. And so we have a unique solution that uses BPMN, business process modeling notation, which is how your sort of business analysts within organizations will draw up the business process. And because we use that automatically, it enables us to have a huge amount of standardized things within the solution and to allow that speed of adaptability for when things come along that you need to adapt the business for. And then finally, from a safer perspective, we have a module called Fraud Detection as a Service that is embedded within our finance and AP solution that offers both that support for regulatory compliance, whether that's here in the UK with things like duty to report for large organizations, or even supporting and helping with the making tax digital and giving that auditability and traceability of invoice from receipt through to payment to enable that confirmation there. And then also around the fraud detection, using some really unique technologies that we've got to look for whether documents themselves are being manipulated. So are people taking PDFs and adapting them using clever graphometry tests to check into that. So combining those three things together is really what allows us to offer a really unique solution to support our AP finance teams and deliver real business benefit, both to them as a team, but also to the wider organisation that they're part of.
Lovely, thanks, Nick. And I think the overriding, we've been speaking to many a partner this week, and the thing I hear a lot is doing more with less, because obviously people are going to have, unfortunately, less teams, less staff. And then the fraud elements, obviously with the global pandemic, people working from remote locations. And I think it's nice to see that your solution does both. It supports the process efficiency as well as then the fraud prevention as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you say, with people working more remotely, it just, as technology evolves, as things change, the opportunities for fraud alter. And in some cases they disappear, and in other cases they become more prevalent. And so that becomes more and more important to have something that's going to adapt with that as well.
Perfect. Well, look, Nick, obviously this year we can't do our usual face-to-face conference for obvious reasons, but we're putting on the greatest show. We're putting on a live conference in a virtual way. You're joining us on the day, I believe, and as a sponsor, as a continued sponsor. Just a question for you. What are you looking forward to during our virtual conference this year on the 20th?
Well, for me, I think it's just a really exciting time actually for accounts payable. I've been with Itesoft, as I said, for a decade. I've been involved in this area for that period of time. And it just feels like now there's a really great opportunity for some real evolution in the way that AP happens and it works. And this opportunity to bring everybody together to reflect back on what's happened over this past few months through the pandemic, how that's had an impact, what the changes that we've seen that we've had to be able to adapt to immediately. And then also, how are we going to have to adapt going forward? There will be changes that happen, but there will be a lot of a return to the way things used to be. We will end up somewhere, I'm sure, that's a sort of hybrid between everybody stuck at home and everybody in an office. And so how are we going to manage that? And what is that going to provide to AP, both as an opportunity and as a challenge? And I think looking at that and looking at where the AP function has evolved to date and then how it's going to go forward, I think is a really exciting time. So the conference that you've pulled together is just a really great opportunity to get everybody to start thinking around that. I'm really looking forward to hearing some of the keynotes and just seeing where they think everything's going to go and how it's going to happen. And if I'm honest, I'm looking forward to the fact that it's a little bit of showmanship, a little bit of razzmatazz. There's a lot of doom and gloom that's been going on in the past few months. And so it will be just really nice to have something that's just a little bit fun as well. Well,
we'll certainly try. As I say, apparently I'm being dressed up in lots of different characters apparently, but I'm not sure that's going to happen yet. But as always, Nick, it's an absolute pleasure to talk to you today. We're really looking forward to joining you on the 20th. Thank you for your continued support. Great, and I'll speak to you on the 20th, Nick.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.